Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. And today what I'm going to be preparing for you is going to be my king mushroom marinade. This is one of the recipes out of my cookbook and I'm hoping that you're going to enjoy it. So the first thing I need to do is make my marinade. So we're going to go ahead and get all of the ingredients together. And this would be a good time to go ahead and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already done so. And give it a thumbs up. Alright, so let's get this marinade put together. 2 teaspoons of tarragon, a teaspoon of sage, two teaspoons of rosemary, a half of a shallot, and 2 teaspoons of oregano. Let's get it all put inside of my bowl. Let's get the oil. I'm going to put a little oil inside of here. Those onions are my eyes. It's going to be about 2 tablespoons of oil. Let's make it into a nice little paste. Now you can use a blender cup or a mortar to make it into a paste. Alright, so get that all blended in together. So here's what my paste is looking like. And I have this beautiful head of pearl oyster mushrooms that I've cleaned up. They're still wet and I'm going to get them seasoned and get them marinated. Let's get the other ones as well. They still have a little bit of the substrate on it, so let's get that cut off. The bottom of the mushroom is usually the toughest. That's where the substrate is, where it's attached either to the substrate or to the tree. Alright, so I'm going to get this entire head. I want to cut this. Let's get this sliced up just a little. There we go. There we go. There might be a little bit more substrate in there. Place it down into our seasoning. And let me do this. And we'll get all the seasoning completely over the front and back. Basically, we really want to get this inside of the little veins, the fins, the underside of the mushroom so that it can marinate really good and go throughout the mushrooms with all of the flavor. So I'm just gonna lay my mushrooms out, just kind of eyeball planning how I want to put this. Right, in goes my tomatoes and my avocado. Just gonna use a couple of avocado, gonna quarter them. Still sort of planning in my head to how I want to have this. So this is some of my powdered lime. And then I'll have my cayenne pepper. I make my own cayenne pepper as well. So this is gonna go right around all over the tomatoes and over the zucchini. Salt is for the, not the zucchini, I meant to say avocado. The sea salt is gonna go over the avocado and over the tomato. You don't really want to put it over the mushrooms. You don't want to dry the mushrooms out. I want them to stay wet while they're cooking, so that the juices, the waters, and the flavors will come out of the mushrooms, and they'll marinate really good with the tomatoes. So I'm gonna let this sit inside of the refrigerator for about 30 minutes, and then I'm gonna pop it inside of the oven. Okay, so now I'm just gonna pop that right inside of the refrigerator. Right, now I'm gonna do this slightly different than what I have inside of my cookbook. Only because I'm gonna make a little bitty broth from the leftover paste that I made. So I'm just gonna put a little water inside of it, and I'm gonna put this on the eye just to get it warm. Right, so it doesn't need to boil too long. There we go. Strip that off. Now that broth has a lot of flavor from those seasonings, so I'm just going to use that to drizzle over every now and then while my dish is inside of the oven. I'll just drizzle it over my tomatoes. Alright, so it's all ready to go inside of the oven. Now this meal was really meant to use the king oyster mushrooms because they hold on to a lot of water. So that's another reason why I want to go ahead and use a broth, because although the oyster mushrooms will have some water inside of it, they don't tend to hold on to as much water as the king oyster mushrooms do. So I'm just gonna help it out a little bit by using that broth. Alright, so my dish is all done, and let's get it all plated up. They smell so good with all those herbs and onions and ooh, let's get those tomatoes. Let's get some of the broth over that. Get them over the tomatoes. And there we go. All right, and my dish is all done. And I hope you find this to be an easy dish and one that you wouldn't mind adding to your meal plans. Let me know how it came out for you. Put it inside the comments, share your links on social networking with me. And I'm about to go ahead and tear into this. Oh wow. Those mushrooms are seasoned so beautifully. Let's get some of this tomato. Avocado. Oh.